A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. My dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Inshallah, today I will be teaching you proper recitation of the Holy Qur'an. Now, this first slide that you see is our first lesson, and this deals with the Arabic alphabets and their phonetic sounds. Now, the first thing to note is that when first we were taught Qur'an, we were probably taught in the Pakistani style. Now, what they taught us in this style was that we have to pronounce the letters as alif, be, te, se, jim, he, and so on. But the first thing to note in the Arabic pronunciation is that rather than saying alif, be, te, se, we say alif, ba, ta, tha, jim, ha, and so on. Now, you will notice that some of the letters, such as the sa and the sin, sound the same. So in this lesson, we will teach you how to differentiate between these sounds. So I will pronounce each and every letter twice so that you can get a hang of how to pronounce it. Alif, alif. Hamza, hamza. Now the hamza is the alif. So whenever an alif comes that has a stroke on it, it is called a hamza. So there is no difference between an alif and a hamza. So do not get confused with this. Ba, ba, da, da, tha, tha. Now notice when I said the letter tha, I put my tongue in between my teeth. Now this is the proper pronunciation in the Arabic language. This is how you differentiate between the sound of a tha and a sin. When you say the letter tha, you must put your tongue in between your teeth. Tha, tha. Jim, jim. Ha, ha. Now this is another letter to note. This ha is very different from the other ha that comes near the end. This ha, when you make this sound, you must make the sound very sharp and it must come from the throat, such as ha, ha. The next letter is kha, kha. Dal, dal. Dhal, dhal. Now notice that when I said dhal, I also put my tongue in between my teeth. This is the same thing as the tha. So we say tha and we say dhal instead of saying sa and zal. Ra, ra. Za, za. Sin, sin. Sheen, sheen. Sad, sad. Now notice we have to make a differentiation between this swad and a sin because sometimes we make their sounds the same. Now the way to differentiate this is that when you say sin, try to put a smile on your face. I call sin a smiley letter and I call swad a frowning letter. So whenever you say sin, stick out your teeth and smile, sin. And then when you say swad, make a frowning face or a sort of frowning face. So we say sin and swad, 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 zod, zod. Now when we say zod, this is the sound of a dal. So instead of saying zad, as we do in the Pakistani style, we would rather say zod. The next letter is ta. Now we have to differentiate this sound between a ta. Now I call ta also a smiley letter, and I call this ta, which is the toy in the Pakistani style, I call it a frowning letter. So when we say ta, we must smile and stick out our teeth, and when we say ta, we must make a sort of frowning face. So ta, ta is the first one, and this toy is the ta, ta. The next one is a za, za. Now notice when I pronounce za, I put my tongue on the roof of my mouth. Rather than sticking it in between my teeth and saying za, I stick my tongue to the roof of my mouth and make the buzzing sound as in the za. So I say za, za. The next letter is ain, ain. Now when you pronounce this ain, you must pronounce it from your throat. Just like the ha, this ain will come straight from the bottom of your throat. Ain, ain. The next letter is ghain, ghain, fa, fa, qaf, qaf, kaf, kaf. Now notice these two kafs. There is one that I make from the bottom of my throat, which is the first one, and I pronounce it as qaf. And then the next one is not from my throat, we just pronounce it normally, we say kaf. So the first one is a qaf from the bottom of your throat, and the second one is a kaf. Qaf, qaf, kaf, kaf. The next letter is lam, and the next one mim, mim, noon, noon, waw, waw, ha, ha, ya, ya. Now we will be doing some practice of the previous lesson that has just been taught, entitled Arabic Alphabets and Their Phonetic Sounds. Now, these letters that you see on this slide, I will recite each of them twice, and you should try to differentiate between the sounds of these letters. Noon, noon, ta, ta, qaf, qaf, sad, sad, jim, jim, ha, ha, sin, sin, za, za, ra, ra, dhal, dhal, dal, dal, kha, kha, ain, ain, dha, dha, tha, tha, zad, zad, ta, ta, sheen, sheen, mim, mim, lam, lam, kaf, kaf, ba, ba, fa, fa, ghain, ghain, alif, alif, ya, ya, hamza, hamza, ha, ha, waw, waw,